Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk and I'm Heidi Smith. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the United Kingdom, and today I'm bringing you just a little treat box that you can see here. Could easily be used for other things as well, but I'll show you what it is in a moment. But I'm using the fabulous Expressions in Ink paper. So this is in the annual catalogue. Absolutely beautiful paper that is got beautiful bright colours on it, using a lot of the in colours. So you will see here we've got Evening Evergreen and Just Jade. Magenta Madness is the pink. Mint Macaron, Pale Papaya, that lovely colour there, Pear Pizzazz, Polished Pink and Shaded Spruce. And on the one side it has got gold accents, and the other side it's got this beautiful alcohol ink impression on the side. So you can see gorgeous foiling and then lovely patterns on the other side. These are so, it's taken me ages to cut into these because I just love them. I think they make beautiful backgrounds. If you're a scrapbooker, these are absolutely wonderful for your backgrounds, I have to say. Absolutely gorgeous. So the sentiment, the big thanks is from this Artistically Inked, but you can see, hello, best wishes, happy birthday, really useful stamp set, and it also creates this beautiful inky background as well. And I'll show you a card. I'll try and show you a card with it. Here we go. I put it away. So this is one inspired by Alana Wharf. But you can see here, this is when it's stamped. You see the beautiful, distinctive stamp. Lovely background effect. And this one I've used the fabulous Sweet as a Peach to make some cherries. I just thought it was such a genius idea. I just thought it was fabulous. And this card layout I can see me using for all sorts of things. You know, you could easily replace that with any sentiment, change the colours up. You could have a sympathy card. So yeah, great stamp set. Obviously it comes with dies as well to cut out some of those images. Beautiful detail die in this lovely leaf, as well as all of these ones here. And as you can see, I've just breaking the stamps out now. So I thought, as I was going to, as it was coming, you know, it's only with us another 6 months, let's use some Magenta Madness. I don't use it very often. I'm just going to have a look at it with the, yeah, you can see that picks up that really intense pink there as well. Although I might prefer the polished pink, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think probably polished pink. You see here the difference actually, but it's always worth having a look at these together. Shall we go for the deeper one? Oh, blow it. Let's go for the really bright one. You'll see really sort of, it picks up all sorts of colours. This one's a slightly more sort of what I would say purpley kind of pink. But anyway, that's what we're going to do. And I just fancied using that bit of DSP. In fact, we're going to use that because I've actually picked out my Magenta Madness ribbon. So what is it? Well, it's a little thank you box. It opens up quite simply. You could easily pop a panel on the inside there. And actually, to give you an idea of size, it holds 2 Kit Kats. Those of you like Kit Kats, 2 of the two ones, or 1 of the 4-finger Kit Kats. So that gives you an idea of the size. It's a simple little box, wrapped round, kept it simple with a ribbon closure and just a thank you on the front. So let's get started. First thing, I hadn't got any Magenta Madness ribbon. So what I had got though was some lovely retired ribbon in basic white, which means that you can then change the colour. So if you've got Stampin' Blends in the right colour, just take your brush end and just colour over it. You'll probably need to flip it over as well. You'll find, you can see there, a little bit hasn't quite done, so just rub it over again. Then leave it to one side to dry. But basically you can then get ribbon in any colour that you want. You can spritz ribbon as well, but I do find the alcohol markers better because obviously they dry, and once they're dry they're not going to bleed all over your hands or the recipients. So that's what I'm using. Obviously you'll want a sheet of A4. I'm working in centimetres. I have worked it out in inches as well. In fact, let's go for inches today. So it's 9 by 8 1/4. So for us in the UK, it is our full width. Just chop a bit off the end. Okay, so you are going to score on that long edge. Move that across slightly at. Okay, let's go for it. 2, 2.5, 6.5, and 7. Then on the short, it is 2 3/4, 3 1/4, 6 inches, and 6.5 inches. So really simple scoring. You know, this isn't a difficult box. It's not designed to be. If it's a treat box, you want it to be quick and easy, don't you? Because you just want to be able to wrap those things up. So reinforce the score lines. These ones are only 1/2 inch, so they're slightly more sort of tricky. Make sure you reinforce them well. You'll see I'm using my bone folder just to burnish those as well. So once you've done that, oh yes, I should have said I have already coloured my piece of ribbon as well. So just to be reassured. Okay, so I'm now going to remove the some of these outer panels. So what I want to do is actually take those 3 squares from the outside, leaving a little tab. So I'm coming here. And I'm doing that on all 4 corners. Real-time crafting, so you know, you can stop, you can pause, but I don't do speeded up. Well, yeah, I could do it on my videos, but to be honest with you, I often don't have the time to edit my videos, in case you hadn't noticed, because like everybody, I'm a busy person, and also I tend to leave it real, because then if I've made a mistake, I show you how to correct it, and you also have hopefully with my videos, get to see how long something will take in real time. You know, it's not speeded up. It is what it is. Apart from the waffle, I mean, I know I speak quickly, but I do, and I work quite quickly. So I suppose you can always it's easier to press the pause button than perhaps to slow something down when it's speeded up. And I don't do music. I know some people like that. Personally, I hate reminds me of like lift music. So. Right, while I've been waffling on. So there you go. You're going to trim away those outer 3 squares. So the 2 skinny rectangles and the corner. Then you're going to create the tabs. So with the tabs, what we're going to use to glue those in on the side. Now, if you wanted to, it's a simple wrap. You don't have to glue those if you don't want to. But, you know, yeah, I usually do for the extra little few moments. So with those, we're notching out. So just do the same on each one. Turn it around and on the opposite side. Okay. So there we'll have. Now I'm going to pop that to one side, and we're going to do our layers. So 3 3/4 by 2.5. Sounds about right. So let's take this to. So I'm just doing a layer of contrast card here. Let's make sure that might actually be the small one. Yeah, so that's going to go on our front panel there. So 3 3/4 by 2.5. Then I'm going to cut my DSP down to 2 1/4. 3 3/4 there by 3.5. So it really does only use just a scrap of that paper, as you can see. I perhaps a little bit, yeah. I maybe would have gone for a slightly narrower border. In fact, what I'm actually going to do, I am going to go for a narrow border. So I'm just going to take this 3 3/4. I'm actually going to take it down to 3 5/8. And instead of being 2.5, I'm going to do 2 3/8. And the only reason for that is I just like, there you go, just that little narrow border, and it'll allow a bit more of the base colour to show around the edge as well. So now what I want to do is stamp that. Now the stamping on the foiling, if you don't heat emboss it, it will, if you're not careful, it'll rub off, so you need to leave it really well. So I'm actually going to do my thanks on this bottom bit where there isn't any foiling. There we go. Look at that for a pop of colour. And I've kept it fairly central because my ribbon's going to go down that left-hand edge. So all I need to do now is pop some adhesive on the back there. And then that is going to go onto the front section of the box, which is this one here. You see, it's quite nice to vary the layers sometimes. So I think on that's actually looks really smart. Now what I'm going to do is glue those inner ones. Now if I'd got it, I'd normally use my Stampin' Seal Plus, but I've run out of refill. Cardinal sin, couldn't believe it. I've got loads of Stampin' Seal refills, but not the Seal Plus. So, but I did find an old fast fuse. Then all you're going to do is fold those tabs up, like so, and like. All I do is, you find it's easier to fold some of those back, like that. Then you can pop your treat inside. Now if you wanted to, you could obviously pop a panel onto here as well. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm just going to come in with my piece of ribbon. And obviously you could tie a bow if you wanted to. Now I find if I'm tying a bow and the ribbon is slippy, I'd put an extra loop into it. This one, because I've coloured it, it's actually gone quite firm. So that makes it easy for me to tie that around and create a bow. Pop that in the middle and then just slip those ends off. And there we have a really quick and easy little treat box. As I say, size wise, big enough for a 4-finger Kit Kat or 2 2s. So make of that what you will. But I'll pop the measurements in both centimetres and inches on my blog. So just click on the link below this video and you'll find a link direct to that post. And while you're there, I'd love it if you chose me as your demonstrator and shopped with me, as that helps fund these free tutorials. So do click on the links and treat yourself to a little bit of Expressions in Ink. Thanks for watching. Bye now.